Okay, so I thought I'd make a vlog real quick. This is obviously the first one that I've done because I don't quite know what I'm doing right now. My dad is going to do the same thing. The weather has been really hot recently, and the road really dried out a lot, as you can see. So hopefully it rains, because wow, it's not easy to ride a bike through here. It's not easy to walk through here, and I don't think that's very easy to drive through here with all this how much dust there is here. It's not normally like this, of course. It's just a few, it's just once in a blue moon that it's like this during the summer. Well, not really. There's always at least one day that's like this, but not usually 3 days in a row. Anyway, they did scrape the road yesterday. There's some traces of it right there, but it didn't do a whole lot. I mean, here's an obvious sign of it: the rock being dragged all the way there. If you think that it's kind of weird that I do gaming, stomping around in the bush, and now vlogging and sometimes animation, that it's not really weird, because I have always intended to make this channel like this. This is actually going as I planned, although I kind of wish I had more subscribers and views, but that'll come. You see, yeah, where I came. This part is really sandy. Holy cow! And my shoes are getting quite dusty. Around here is where we found those cars. We did find out what one of them was. The one that was more complete, the one with the hood and the doors and the engine, that one's a Dodge Polara, a 1968 Dodge Polara. Our landmark is this telephone pole. The reason why is because it's got a different top than the others. Don't know if you can see that on this camera, but yeah, that's our landmark. Okay, it's deep in the bush there somewhere. We actually went back in there recently to get the thumbnail for the video. If you'll notice that in the thumbnail you got a whole lot. It's a whole lot greener, with leaves and everything, than in the actual video. It's because the thumbnail was actually taken on Friday last week, and the video was taken in April. So yeah. I have a few videos that I want to edit and upload to YouTube, but I've had some problems. The computer that they're on has a bad wire, and we have to get another one. There are a lot of deer flies here. They're probably you can probably hear them when they come close to the camera and probably see them. They're annoying, but I don't think too much about them. The point of this video is, of course, to talk about stuff, and it marks the ability to upload a video every day. That's what I intend to do. My dad intends to do that too. Not on the MFCP Woodworking channel, but on his Pico Triano channel. So you'll expect to see this kind of stuff on his channel as well. His stuff will probably be a bit more interesting than what I'm doing right now. But yeah, around here we had like this whole part here wash out because water. I mean, the ditches are higher than the road in some spots. Yeah, and it flows over here and over there. So we had like a little waterfall there and like a pit. We did record a video of that, but I don't think we put it on YouTube. So yeah, I don't intend to edit these vlogging videos. I just intend to record them, put them on the computer, convert them to another format because this format YouTube doesn't like for some reason, and put it on YouTube. Yeah. Oh, and here's a round rock that was pulled out of the road when they scraped it. I don't think we can do much with that rock because it's round. But I think I can pick it up. No, it's too heavy. I just push it on the side of the road with my feet. There we go. That's yeah, we like to gather rocks to fix the road with in certain spots. The scraping did fill most of the puddles in with dirt, but they're going to reform eventually because just dirt will not cut it. People like to spin out their wheels in these puddles and make them deeper, which we don't like. And I wish that these people would stop. They come in with four-wheelers. But yeah. Not all of them do that, of course. Just some of them. Also, there's a really weird. I think it's a willow, or yeah, I think it's a willow. Dad told me what kind of tree it was, but I don't remember. Yeah. We did find like a clearing around here that had an old basement left in it that we think was one of the farmhouses back here. The deer fly just landed on the camera. Yeah. I don't know exactly where it is. I think it's around here. Yeah, we can kind of see that there's the trees thin out around there. But yeah, we found like an old metal bed frame in there and stuff. And the clearing was still somewhat left there. The basement had a bunch of like rectangular rocks, which is another indicator that it used to be a building. Most of the buildings that were back here did not have basements, so there is little to no indication that anything was there. This is where a tree fell on the line and they had to cut it. They had to cut the power past our place. So yeah. It seems like another tree fell here. It's pushing down this tree. My dad intends to cut it up. But the one that did fall on the line is just up here. You see, it's been there for a few years now. Like, you'll know by how obviously dead it is. but they cleared it out some. I didn't remember that. That's why I said. But that's where it was. Through here is an old hunt camp that was abandoned there, and a barn from way back that had an old Custom 50 tractor in there. Somebody pulled it out of there and restored it, which a Custom 50 tractor, that's not really worth it, but I guess it was a good project. 'Cause yeah, I know a little bit about the Custom 50 tractor. I know that it wasn't a very powerful tractor. But it was a pretty speedy tractor. So yeah, the barn that it was in had the door knocked off the front. After they took it out, me and Dad went back in there and scavenged some parts from the barn, because there were some stuff like oil gauges, things like that. There was even an old car radio that had vacuum tubes in it. I have it at home. I still haven't figured out how to get it to work, but it looks a lot better than it did when it was sitting back there. But yeah, in the hunt camp, a while ago I pulled an old portable stereo out of there that could play 8 tracks. I still have it. It still works fine. When we went back there a bit later, the whole ceiling fell in. It fell on the floor. So honestly, it's a good thing that I pulled it out of there. We went through the drawers a bit, and we found some small bullets and some shotgun shells. Sorry, just put my hand from the camera because there was a deer fly there. We didn't take them, of course, but we might eventually. They're not going to be in that great condition, so their ability to shoot well is debatable. We don't have a gun, at least not yet. There was a guy that was supposed to give us one, but he never did, which is sad. But yeah, if I had a choice of what gun I wanted, it would probably be like either a 19th century double barrel shotgun, because I love powerful explosion-y type things, weapons, gun. But yeah, plus it looks nice and it's old. I also like the M1 Garand, which is a later gun, obviously. But yeah. Anyway, I'll stop talking about guns. Like, further back in here, there's a landmark that we call the Bullet Railed Stop Sign. It has an old junked station wagon there that is so far gone that we can't even know. Well, we looked over there, and the only thing that we could discover of it was that I believe it was a Toyota. So yeah, obviously not that old, probably like 1990 something. But yeah, the Polaire was in better condition, and it was probably there longer than this Toyota station wagon thing. But yeah, we might eventually try to pull the bumpers off of the station wagon, because they might be they're probably aluminum or some other kind of useful metal. So yeah, the deer flies are really starting to get annoying, so I'm probably going to end this soon. Anyway, we're trying to also get a solar system going. We got a solar controller. However, we found out something was wrong with one of the solar panel's wires. Wasn't outputting voltage at all. We suspected that a mouse might have chewed the wire, but it's in a really awkward place. We can't really look properly, so yeah. I tested another solar panel on that same thing. It was outputting 18 volts, and when I measured it, there was a cloud covering the sun, so that's quite a bit. They're already about like 9 years old, so they're not particularly new ones, but I've read that solar panels can run at optimal performance for about 25 years, so I think we're good. They still use solar panels from the 70s. They still output voltage, and yeah, just not as much as they used to, because they wear out. But yeah, I just think that's cool. So yeah, my dad is doing a little thing on 2x4 wood turning. You might want to check that out. He also mentioned my car exploration video. So yeah, go check out my dad's channels, Pico Triano and MFCP Woodworking. He also has another channel that I'd like to get up and get going, is Pico's Cycling, or yeah, something like that. But it, as far as I know, it doesn't have any videos yet, so that's going to be for a later thing. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. So, bye.